to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make lemon zucchini muffins. So hopefully I'll be able to get my kids to eat these. I'm going to show you guys a trick for peeling your zucchini so that there is no green that they can identify. So if you are joining me for the first time today, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified anytime I add new content. And also, if you like trying new recipes and winning prizes, be sure to go to theflipflopchef.com and click the button at the top of the page to join my recipe community. Let's go ahead and get started on our muffins. So lemon zucchini muffins, they sound delicious. I've not made this recipe yet, but I know it's going to be great, and it'll be a great way for me to get my kids to eat some vegetables. So let's go ahead and get our dry ingredients mixed together. So in my mixing bowl here, I already have 1 3/4 cups flour. I'm going to be using my cheat sheet here to make sure I tell you guys the correct amounts. This recipe is from Pinterest, so I'll be sure to include the link for you guys so that you can check it out. We're going to add all of our dry ingredients to the same bowl, and I'm going to use my mini whipper as just to whisk this all together instead of sifting it all together. It's much easier to just use a whisk. So I've got flour, about 3/4 cups of sugar. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda, or excuse me, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder. So let me add all of these. And the salt that I'm using is Pampered Chef's Horse Sea and Himalayan salt, and it's something that you can purchase from me. Whoops, I just about made a mess there. As a consultant with the Pampered Chef, I do earn commission on the products that I sell. So if you enjoy my videos, if you're learning things when you're watching, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. So please reach out to me if there's anything I can help you with. So we're going to whisk all this together. So we have the flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar. And then we're going to stir in our wet ingredients and get these in a muffin pan in the oven. So I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and these will bake in a total time, let's see, about 14 minutes is what it says here on this recipe. So I'm just whisking this together just to get it nice and incorporated, and that's a great little trick to keep you from having to sift all of your ingredients together. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get our zucchini ready, and I wanna teach you a trick. So this is the way I get my kids to eat vegetables. If I can get rid of the skin, then there's no green left. So sometimes I do this with pasta and they think they're just eating spaghetti, but in reality they're eating some spaghetti and some zucchini. So I'm going to take our serrated peeler today and I'm going to peel off all the green. I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off first, and that was our Santuco knife that I'm using there. But we're going to use the serrated peeler. You could use the regular vegetable peeler if you want. So either one of these is fine. I like the serrated peeler. I just feel like it does a better job on these thicker skin. And I'm going to do like 2 cuts or 2 peels here just to kind of make sure I get all of that green, or as much of it as possible, away, because I want my kids to eat these muffins. And you know what I'm going to grab is some protein. I forgot to get that out. So I'll add some of Pampered Chef's pea protein. I'm going to flip this around because this end is a little wider and I don't want to cut myself. These peelers are extremely sharp. They come as a set of 3. You're going to get the julienne peeler, the serrated peeler, and the regular vegetable peeler. All right, so let me toss this, and I'm going to grab that pea protein while I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget if it's not in front of me. All right, we're going to add some pea protein. You don't let me forget, okay? Actually, let's do that now. We're going to do that right now so we don't forget. And I don't have a dry, I'm just going to use my large scoop here, and I'm going to put a big scoop of that. I don't have a dry measuring cup, but that's like 2 or 3 tablespoons, I think. And we'll use our whisk. We'll whisk this in with the dry ingredients. Now we're adding some protein, and we're going to add those vegetables next. You could also add some of our kale and fiber. That would add a little tint of green, and if you wanted to add some of the super veggie, it's kind of an orange color, but I don't think you would be able to detect that in here. Now, so we're going to shred this. There's a couple of different tools you could use. Now, I wouldn't be using this super coarse side because it's going to have too big of pieces. This side might be too fine. Yeah, so I don't really want it to be that fine either. Well, it might be okay. But what I was planning to do is use this cheese grater. So you have different options. So let's use this one. And we're going to start off, yeah, this is the shred that I wanted to go with. We're going to start off by holding the food and shredding as much as we can. But when you get down to that last little bit, make sure that you add the little food holder on here so that you do not cut yourself. These have super sharp blades, and I don't want you guys cutting yourself. And I try to always follow the instructions because they're there for a reason, right? So we're gonna shred our zucchini, and I'm just gonna toss that little end piece, so that'll go in the garbage. We're gonna add our zucchini to the bowl. Let's see here, get my scraper, scrape some of this. So they're not gonna be able to see that zucchini to identify it. Now, if I had left that green peel on, they would be like, what's this green stuff? And I try not to lie to my children, so this way I don't have to, right? So there's a lot of water in the zucchini for this recipe. You do not need to squeeze it out. Some recipes do tell you to do that. So I'm just gonna whisk or stir this in with those dry ingredients. And then we're gonna add a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and 2 eggs. So we're gonna do our eggs first. You guys know you should always crack your eggs in a separate bowl before pouring them into your mixture. You never know when you're gonna get a bad egg. So you don't wanna ruin your entire dish because of one bad egg, right? All right, I made a mess here. So we're gonna whisk, I keep saying whisk, just go with it, right? Mix this together. We're gonna add in some lemon zest and some lemon juice. And I'm gonna add a little bit more than the recipe calls for, just to make sure that we have a really good lemon flavor, because that's really what I'm going for. My kids like lemon, I like lemon, even Keith likes lemon. He might be listening and knowing I'm putting zucchini in here, and if he does, he won't even try these. So I'll eat just about anything. Not everybody in my family is the same. So it's a thick batter here, but remember that zucchini is gonna give off some more liquid. So we'll leave that there. And then we're gonna add our zest and our juice. So we have flour, I'm making sure I didn't forget anything. Flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, zucchini, the vegetable oil, our eggs, and now the zest from 1 lemon. And I'm gonna do the juice from 1 and about 3/4. I had some leftover lemon from another recipe that I did earlier today, and I want to add a little bit extra lemon flavor. So I'm going to zest this one, and then juice them. Let's see if I can grab my cutting mat again for my lemon. All right, so I like to do the zest first, and then I juice the lemon on top of it, and it helps get all that zest from here to here. But check this out, you don't want to waste that. Tap that on there, scrape this off, and then this will go in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. So you could either scrape it out of here like this or juice it on top. So either way is fine. So this one, it's a little more than a half. Let's see if I can get all the way down there on that. There we go. So we're gonna add that juice, and then we're going to add a little bit more. And that protein powder will actually be great since we're adding a little bit extra juice to this. Now, if you guys have any questions about anything, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And don't forget to go to my recipe group at theflipflopchef.com so that you can get this recipe and thousands more. All right, let's go ahead and finish mixing this up, and then we're gonna add them to our muffin pan. I'm gonna use silicone liners today. You can find those silicone liners on Amazon. If you'd like the link, just let me know and I'll be happy to send it to you. That lemon juice made this a lot more wet, which is what I was going for. You don't need a hand mixer for this, but if you did, we have a Flex Plus that you can use. So this is gonna be kind of a lumpy mixture. And I'm gonna add some finishing sugar on the top, just, again, make it a little bit more attractive to the picky eater in my household. I have one kid who will be fine if he knew what was in here and one that wouldn't. So I'm going after that one that wouldn't, right? So we're gonna just scoop out our batter. And these will bake at 400 for 5 minutes, and then they'll bake, you'll lower the temperature to 350 for an additional 9 minutes. So you gotta kind of pay attention on these. So this is the large scoop. It's the perfect size for cupcakes and muffins. We also sell a small one, which is like a melon baller, and a medium one, which is like your standard cookie scoop. So the recipe said 12 muffins. We have enough for probably, I don't know, 4 to 6 more. So we'll do another pan, but I'll do that off camera. And I'm gonna add a little bit of this finishing sugar. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this on. I must have gotten rid of the little filter. I have a bad habit of doing that. Would make it easier, but I'm just gonna tap some of this finishing sugar on the top, and I'll put these in the oven, and I will share the finished, oops, I got a lot on that one. I will share the finished product, pictures of the finished product, as well as the recipe in my recipe community. So you can find that at theflipflopchef.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Can't wait to hear if you try this recipe. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye, you guys.